What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so it is finally time for us to go ahead and wrap up Black Panther, the Deadliest Species. Now guys, in this video right here, I will cover issue number 5 and issue number 6. Now, if you are new to my channel, if you have not watched the first two videos of this storyline right here, I do advise you to go back and basically watch those two videos right there, because in those two videos I did cover issue 1 through 4. In this video here, I'm only going to cover issue number 5 and issue number 6, but I will leave the link to those videos down below in the description. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and dive into more Black Panther, the Deadliest Species. And so guys, the way the story starts off, we pick up with Merlin. Now guys, you have to remember, at the very end of my first video, we saw a small African tribe bring Merlin back to life. Now, when that happened right there, it was kind of like, but why? Why bring this crazy man back to life? Now, that question, it got left unanswered. We still don't know why they brought him back, but we do know two things though. The first thing is that Merlin, he is a vampire, yes. But the second thing is, he is not your usual vampire. He does not eat humans. He goes after animal totems. That's why he is always fighting superheroes who are based off animals. And right now, he wants the Black Panther totem. And so he's saying, all right, I'm here. I am the outside of Wakanda. I am about to attack Wakanda to get the Black Panther totem. And so basically, you have the people of Wakanda trying to attack him, trying to stop him. The thing is, he is unbeatable. No one can stop him. And so everybody's kind of like, hey, Shuri, you have returned from the Black Panther God spirit world. Let us get you in the Black Panther outfit so you can fight this man, beat him to protect Wakanda. But the thing is, guys, she's frozen. She's deep in thought right now. Because, guys, in my last video, we saw the Panther God tell her, no, you cannot be the Black Panther because your soul is not humble. The Black Panther is a humble person, and your soul is not humble. You came into my world, the spirit world, and demanded me to say, yeah, you know what? I want to be the Black Panther. Give me the powers. And he says, how dare you come to the Black Panther spirit world, talk to the Black Panther God, and demand me to give you the powers of the Black Panther? No, you do not deserve the powers of the Black Panther. And so he sent her back into the real world to have her sit there and think. And it's like, why did he tell me no? I am a humble person, but in reality, she's not a humble person. And so right now, she is deep in thought, trying to figure out why the Black Panther God sent her back home without the Black Panther abilities. And so she is left there to think. Basically, just sit there and think on why he sent her back while we have homeboy Merlin attacking Wakanda. And now we jump over to TChalla and Storm. Now guys, remember, these two characters right now, they are in limbo. Now guys, remember, the world of limbo is basically the world between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Guys, the reason why TChalla is in limbo right now is because after he fought against Dr. Doom and lost, his injuries were so bad he almost died. And that's why his body, his soul, is in limbo, because he's right now between life and death. But you had Storm and T'Challa's mother made a deal with some guy, and I cannot pronounce his name, but they made a deal with some guy to send Storm's soul into limbo to retrieve T'Challa's soul and bring him back into the world of the living. But guys, in the last video, we saw Black Panther basically fighting against death. Literally death. And Death said, listen, you are basically almost dead. Come on, brother, join me in the afterworld, in the world of the dead. Go ahead and die. But you had Storm get there at the very last second to save T'Challa from death. But this is where it gets even crazier, guys. Because, guys, remember, at the very end, you know what? Take that back. In my second video, we found out that when Storm made the deal with that magical guy to send her soul into the world of limbo, he says there is a risk for me to do that. That risk is basically only one soul can come back. So yes, Storm did go into the world of limbo to save T'Challa, but only one of them can come back. And so her goal is to basically save her husband's life, give up her soul, and give him a chance to go back into the world of the living. And she says, Wakanda needs you. There are more people out there that need you than me. Yes, I have the X-Men, but you have a whole country who needs you right now. Go back, husband. Go back into the world of the living. And so now we jump over to Shuri. Now, guys, remember, she is still deep in thought right now. Because, guys, she failed the last test to become the Black Panther. And so right now, she is very mad at herself. But at the same time, she's wondering what next. Because Wakanda is being attacked right now. T'Challa, Storm, they are away in limbo right now. Right now, Wakanda does not have a Black Panther to protect them from this madman named Merlin. And so right now, she's so deep in thought, she's like, you know what? I give up. I give up. There's no point of fighting anymore. But then you have Zavari, I still cannot pronounce his name, but he tells her, I want you to sit there and think it through. Because usually, if you meet the Black Panther spirit god and you fail that test, you die. You do not get to come back into the world of the living. You straight up and die. There is a reason why you are back here right now. And then she realized she passed the test. She technically did pass the test to become the Black Panther. But he's also saying, I'm sending you back into the world of the living for one thing, to teach you to have a humble spirit. You have the skills, the fighting skills, the tactic skills. You have the tech skills to be a great Black Panther, but your soul is not humble. That is not a reason for me to basically kill you right now. Instead, to give you a second chance. So take this second chance to learn to be a humble person and protect Wakanda, your family, and everybody else in the world as the next Black Panther. And so she says, all right, I understand why he sent me back here, to learn a lesson, but to also say I did pass the test. And so she does go into like the back room, whatever, and puts on her own Black Panther outfit. And guys, let me tell you, she looks so badass. I was kind of like, damn, it's about to go down. Now, we do get to see the new Black Panther, Shuri, fight against Merlin. Now, they do go back and forth in their fight for a good few pages. It seems like Shuri can actually handle him, like she might win this fight. But then she realized something. Okay, Merlin is a very powerful being. He is very powerful. Sooner or later, I am going to lose this fight because I am going to be exhausted. I am going to be tired. There's no way I can win this fight. So I have to think of a game plan to basically defeat him. And so she says, I got it. We will use magic. We will somehow teleport this powerful being, Merlin, somewhere else where one, he can't hurt Wakanda, but at the same time, he can't hurt anybody else, and two, hopefully somewhere that can just defeat him basically. And so she's like, okay, listen, Mom and Savari, I still cannot pronounce that guy's name, but she says, listen, Savari is a very powerful magic person. He just sent Storm's soul into limbo. Can he also send Merlin's soul or body completely into limbo? And so he says it could work, but you will have to lead him all the way over here to me. And hopefully by the time you get to me, I'll be able to use some kind of spell to basically make him teleport into limbo. But your game plan right now is to get this guy to me, and we will see from there if I can lock him away in limbo. Now, to go ahead and wrap this story up, basically you do have Shuri lead Merlin to Savari. I'm really hoping that's his name. But anyways, basically you have Shuri lead Merlin to Savari. By the time she gets Merlin there, he was able to make up some kind of ritual to basically teleport Merlin into the limbo world. And so basically with him being in limbo now, Death turns around and says, wait a second, Merlin is here. Merlin has feast over 1,000 or even more different kinds of people over the years. And so Death says, you are holding about 1,000 souls. That right there is something I want. And so Death turns around to Storm, to Black Panther, and says, listen, you got saved by your people. They were able to trick Merlin to come in here to my world. You guys are lucky. Storm, T'Challa, you guys can go back home to your people. Go ahead and live again. And so basically with that, you have Death turn back to Merlin and saying, you're staying here though, because you're now in my world. Yes, you are in limbo, but you are holding 1,000 souls, and I want every single one of them. And so with that, basically, it is a fair trade. 1,000 souls for the 2 souls of Black Panther and Storm. And so we do have Black Panther going back into the world of the living. We do have Storm also going back into the world of the living. And so basically, to go ahead and close this story out, you do have T'Challa getting better slowly, but his injuries are still very severe. You have Storm next to him, holding his hand, happy that she was able to get both him and her back into the real world. But also because it all came down to Shuri taking up the Black Panther mantle. And that's it, guys. That's the end of the Deadliest Species. Now, I do not know if I want to cover Volume 2, because Volume 2, the story was just okay for the most part. I mean, I could cover Volume 2, but I'll leave it up to you guys right there. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to cover Volume 2. But guys, we do have more Marvel videos coming out later this month, actually later this year. We have the X-Men reading order still going on, and we also have Avengers No Surrender, and I'm still doing other Marvel legacy stories. So for Marvel, we're all good, but for DC, I need some suggestions. So please, in the comments below, please give me some suggestions, because right now we're covering Batman Hush and Green Lantern's DC Rebirth. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next comic book video. Have a good day, guys.